That'd be great. Today's video, guys, is going to be the last video in the Mopar series. We're going to talk about the Jeep Wrangler and why it's a good pick for your Turo fleet or renting out on Turo, whether you want to purchase one and rent out on Turo.
Drowning in what feels just like an ocean. Negativity is getting closer. Hard to keep the heat when it gets colder. You know, sometimes everything just...
What is up, Innovation family? How's everybody doing today? It's me, Brandon, your friend, your neighbor, your host, back with another video from Innovation Property. Tapping into this Turo game, giving you guys some pointers, my day-to-day activity, what I got going on. As always, guys, before we jump into today's video, remember to like my video, show me some love, keep adding feedback in the comment section for me, asking questions, providing good dialogue, and I greatly appreciate it. Also, subscribe to my channel, guys, if you haven't already. My goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of March if I can. So I'm doing my best, putting out content and information. If you guys don't mind subscribing to my channel or passing along to somebody who's interested in doing Turo or rental cars, that'd be great. Today's video, guys, is going to be the last video in the Mopar series. We're going to talk about the Jeep Wrangler and why it's a good pick for your Turo fleet or renting out on Turo, whether you want to purchase one to rent out on Turo or purchase one as a customer and drive one for the weekend. If you're in a city you want to go to that has a warm climate, to be able to take off the roof, and take off the doors and all that good stuff. So the Jeep Wrangler, I had one. I recently sold it also back in the summertime when I sold the Dodge Durango and some other vehicles. But I had a Jeep Wrangler, I think it was the 6th or 7th car I had bought when I started my Turo journey back in 2018. Did pretty well for me overall. I had some mechanical issues with my Jeep. So I probably average about anywhere from 8 to 10,000 a year with my Jeep. But I know people who had Jeeps before in the past that did awesome job as far as revenue and being able to rent theirs out. That's why I wanted to kind of jump on the trend of getting a Jeep. So for me, I had a 2015 Jeep Wrangler. It had the big boy tires on it, the 30-inch wheels for mudding and going off-roading. Like I mentioned, the doors, the top does come off the Jeeps. Especially the Wranglers and the Rubicons, I believe also too, they come off those. So I shot some footage when I was at the Dodge dealership a couple weeks ago, getting the oil change on the Charger. So you guys are gonna see some footage of me taking a look around the Jeep Wranglers and the Rubicons and all that good stuff. But overall, the Wrangler is a solid vehicle to get and add to your Turo fleet. Like I mentioned, I did average about 10,000 a year, so about close to about $900 or $800 a month from a revenue standpoint. Now, reason why I got rid of mine, I had probably put about 5,000 into it as far as how to get a new engine, along with some suspension work done to it. So I probably put about $5,000 or $6,000 total into getting my Jeep the way I wanted to get to. But overall, it just started slowing down. Wasn't doing that well for me compared to regular SUVs. So the thing about Jeeps, it's a love-hate relationship. People either love them or they hate them because it's not a smooth ride, especially if you got the big rims on there, or big wheels, I should say, tires. So either you love them or hate them. It's a bumpy ride, so it's not a smooth ride at all. So people sometimes feel like they can't drive it or control it because you can't really go that fast in Jeep Wranglers like you can in a regular car. So the most I probably can get up to is about 70, 75 before you start losing control and really feeling that shake because of the tires being so big. So it's probably going to be more in your benefit to be in a warmer climate like Florida or California, or somewhere in the South where you can be out in the country. Like I mentioned, you can go mudding, you can take it out in the rain, so you can do fun activities with it. But as far as day-to-day driving, either you love it or you hate it. So my clients were more in the middle because there was a lot of people that like luxury vehicles. So they like the Porsches and they like the Corvettes. They roll a little bit more smoother. So they thought they would try the Jeep out, but they didn't like the way it rolled. It wasn't comfortable. It was always dirty because it was more of an outdoor activity. So it wasn't made for taking your wife to a dinner at a steakhouse and smelling good and looking good. That wasn't the reason for the Jeep Wrangler. The Jeep Wrangler was about activities, being outside, getting it dirty, taking the roof off, having fun, and just exploring the outside nature. So if your clients are more into luxury stuff, you probably won't do that well on the platform compared to you getting a regular, like a luxury vehicle like a Benz or a BMW, or a regular SUV like an Escalade or a Tahoe. Those would probably do better for you versus getting a Jeep Wrangler. But if you love the Mopar products, then you can't go wrong with Jeep Wrangler. Engine's pretty cheap to work on, along with, like I said before, suspension's not that bad. It was lifted also too, so I had the aftermarket suspension on my Jeep, and I also had an aftermarket sound system too, so made it sound better when you had the windows open, the doors off, so you can hear the sound system. So I loved it personally. At first, I wasn't a fan of the Jeep Wrangler. Then I grew to love it and enjoyed riding it on a regular basis. Once it wasn't available, when it wasn't rented out, I was actually driving it a lot, running errands and loading stuff up in it. But it was fun to drive to me. But again, you got to grow to love it if you're not a fan of the Jeep Wrangler. So easy to work on, easy to fix, easy to find parts. Will probably do well in your fleet if you want to give it a shot, but not everybody's going to love it. So that's kind of my perspective on the Jeep Wrangler. Tap into the next series, guys, or next video. We're going to talk about other vehicles I'm interested in buying and talking about. You guys have a good rest of the day. Thank you.
You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. In my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.